episode number 14.
You sounded pretty serious there.
I was trying to do my radio voice. It wasn't working.
I think you should just stay with your regular
My
voice.
regular
It's pretty
is
radio.
deep enough.
It's pretty
Yeah.
radio the way
All
it
right.
is. Yeah, we're in a new month. And
Welcome.
we're talking about what it means to be
Money.
a modern alchemist. No, we're not talking about money, please. We're talking about the alchemy of wealth.
Yes.
Wealth.
Money.
And isn't that, you're ahead of me. I was going to ask you, what do 99.9% of the people think of when you hear wealth?
Wealth. Money.
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 Okay, now that you've said it 5 or
make
6
more
times, is that
money.
what you're all about?
No.
Then why are you doing that?
Because it's fun. It's fun to say.
All right. So maybe wealth is fun. See,
Well,
wealth is
for
way
sure.
more than money.
Yeah, wealth is way more than what. Yeah.
When you trace the etymology, there's a college word, the root of the word wealth back to its origins, it literally translates as
Well-being.
There you go. You're redeeming yourself.
Yes. Thank
Well-being. So is it possible, Bersabeh, in your experience, to have a lot of money and not be wealthy, given that wealth equals well-being?
Oh, for sure. I think quite a majority of people chase money for the sake of making more money. And the individuals that I have known personally are not very happy people or fulfilled.
That's my experience as well. And why do you think that is, if you had to guess?
Because it's a means to an empty chase. There's nothing.
Ooh, that's
There's
good.
no. Thank you. Icons copyright. That's mine.
That's a Bersabeh-ism. Money is a means to an empty chase.
Thank you for joining us,
That's
and
good.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Close the book. We're done. Go ahead.
No,
It's
but it is. It's a means to an empty chase. You get all this money and you buy all this cool stuff. Well, you think it's cool. It's all materialistic stuff, and yet
How many
you can't,
cars can you have?
Or how many cars? It doesn't matter. Cars, clothes, watches, whatever. And then at night you lay down to go to sleep, and yet you have a hard time falling asleep, and you have to take things to be able to sleep easier.
You
and
still
better.
feel a sense
And why
of
is that?
emptiness.
Yeah, because
inside.
you're empty. You're chasing. Yeah, it means it's
You've been in
not-
situations where you've had a lot of money,
Oh, for sure.
and so have I. And so, again, maybe it's vicarious experience for you, but we work with people all the time who have a tremendous amount of money and not a lot of wealth. Here's the other thing. The only people who worry more about money than the financially poor are
And people that make a lot of money.
the financially rich.
And I think those are people, from my experience, I don't know, but from my experience, it's been people who chase the money for money. Now, there are
money's
people, for money's sake, exactly. There are people who provide a tremendous amount of value, and because
And
of
live
that,
in a tiny home.
and live in a tiny home. I was getting there. No, this is my. I'm going to say it. Like an Elon Musk. He's about providing value. So much
Service.
value and service that it
Innovation.
innovation, and that gained him his the monies that came to him. And yet he's not chasing the money. He could care less about the money. He only takes the money to use towards his companies to provide more value to keep moving in the direction that his vision is set out for.
You know who else in history was really wired that way?
Who?
Alexander the Great.
Oh,
Alexander the Great, everyone thinks this great conqueror and he took all these kingdoms. But if you study history, you'll realize that Alexander gave all the gold and all the kingdoms and all the toys back to the people. He didn't care about that. He wanted to bring unity to the world.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. Wealth, and please get this. If you get this, it's going to set you into the 3% of the people who get this club. All right? Wealth and money are a mindset and a feeling. When you feel as if you have enough money, then guess what? There's an alchemical shift, and you will. When you feel that you are wealthy, you think wealthy, you feel wealthy, you act wealthy, well-being, then you're more creative, you're more innovative, you're more resourceful.
Oh, for sure.
And you will be more wealthy. And here's a real simple tool. Let's just give you this today, and you've maybe heard this before, but it bears repeating. The minute you're grateful, you're wealthy.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a lot of neurosciences that prove that gratitude rewires the brain, it's good for the heart, it's good for the soul, and yet it's one of those feelings. It's one of those feelings that is a part of wealth. Money certainly is a part of wealth, but it's only a 1/5 of the equation when you're looking at relational, mental, physical, spiritual. And so what we're going to be breaking down over the remainder of this month, and what we're going to hopefully help you rewire yourself around through mental alchemy, is how to be truly wealthy. And when you become truly wealthy, then you are happy and fulfilled.
Absolutely.
And that's really what it's all about. So thank you for a couple of moments of your day.
Thank you for being here.
We'll touch base with you next Monday. God bless.
Take
Lots
care.
of love.
Bye.